think you already feel it in the air. Tonight is a night of celebration. Let's already give them a round of applause, our wonderful chorus and band and orchestra. We are gonna have fun tonight. I already feel the energy. It's gonna be a good concert. Welcome. My name is Nicole Brookins. I'm the principal here, and I just want to thank you so much for coming out tonight. We have a lot to show you. You're going to see how much growth these students have made from the beginning of the year to now. And so I just really want to applaud you for supporting them, supporting the music program. Thank you so much for coming out. I want to give a special shout out to Mr. Perino, one of our board members. Thank you so much, sir, for coming out. And I'm gonna turn things over to Ms. Blanco. She's going to translate for me, and then we're gonna get started with Ms. Hellickson's sixth grade band.
Buenas noches y bienvenido al concierto de primavera. Primero, muchas gracias a los padres que vinieron, hicieron tiempo esta noche para venir y compartir con sus hijos. Muchas gracias por apoyar el programa de música. Ustedes van a ver y van a estar muy sorprendidos el desarrollo de sus hijos desde septiembre hasta ahora. Muchas gracias a Mr. Perino, que es un miembro de la Junta Ejecutiva. Y muchas gracias otra vez por asistir hoy y que lo disfrutan. Buenas noches.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say a couple words about the sixth grade band. They have come so very far this year. I think back to December when we had our winter concert and they performed one piece. This year at our spring concert, we actually had to choose. We had 4 pieces and we actually chose our favorite 3. So I was really impressed within a short amount of time how much music we're able to accomplish. They have been working so incredibly hard for me. I want to take a quick moment. If you were in 6th grade band and you went to the NYSSMA Festival at Kingston this year, could I have you please stand up? This is a great honor with all of these students who went and performed. I also wanted to take another quick moment to just single out one student, Abigail Rivera, if you could please stand. Abigail performed in... Abigail performed in the Elementary All-County Festival. And she was selected among the entire county as one of our top clarinetists. So that's a really huge honor for Abigail. So this will be our last piece. I think you will hear that this is definitely the 6th grade band's favorite piece. This one is titled Fighting Falcon March. We hope you enjoy.
Hi. Before we play our next piece, which is De Colores, we have a guest percussionist that's going to be playing with us this evening. His name is Xavier Hines, so we're going to play that piece for you right now. Thank you so much for coming this evening. This is the 6th grade orchestra, and I just wanted to say how amazing that they have been doing this year in orchestra class when I look back on how we started in September and where we ended up here today. I'm so impressed with how much they are willing to grow and learn as musicians and as human beings. I just would like to take a moment to recognize our students who went to NISMA in 6th grade orchestra. I'm going to have them stand up right now if you would join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you so much. They worked really hard for their solo and for preparing their solo, sorry. And they deserve the recognition and for the effort. Sit down. And lastly, I'd like to recognize, we had 3 students in 6th grade orchestra who were selected to participate in All County, in elementary All County. I'm gonna have them stand up right now, Ilani, Alina, and Eris. They worked really hard too, preparing their solo, and they had a blast working with their guest conductor back in April. So yeah, we are gonna play our last piece for you now. It's called the Vivaldi School Year, and it features a very famous piece by Vivaldi called The Four Seasons, and it has some other themes sprinkled throughout it, which brings us from the autumn all the way to graduation. Thank you so much. Please bear with us as we transition to 6th grade chorus, directed by Mrs. Katie Lucas.
And then talk. Okay. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Mrs. Lucas. I'm the 6th grade chorus teacher and the 7th and 8th grade concert choir director. We are going to start our program off with a song entitled Three Solfege Songs and Rounds. Now, we spent a lot of time talking about solfege this year. It is the building blocks of music notation, invented back in the 1000s by monks. Before there was written notation, they had to learn how to pass songs along somehow. decades and centuries and what have not later, they added hand signs, the Kodai hand signs, that added a visual and a tactile way to also learn songs. So there are 3 separate sections of this song, so if you could please hold your applause until we're done with the 3rd one, that'd be great. Thank you. much. If you didn't recognize those two pieces, they were from Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass poems by Lewis Carroll. I also had a number of sixth graders, actually probably the most sixth graders I've ever had, participate in NISMA this year. So if you went to NISMA, please raise your hand. You're already standing. You went to NISMA. Thank you. And I also had 7 of them participate in the OCMEA All County Festival. So if you went to All County, raise your hand. Now, we have one more piece for you as this group. However, they will be back because they'll be joining concert choir once the concert choir set is done. So our last piece is entitled When I Grow Up. It's from the Broadway musical Matilda. And I keep telling them not to grow up. It's a trap, and they just want to grow up. So enjoy.
You get to
Thank you so much. They will be back, I promise. Just give us a second while we transition to concert choir. So I said, this is a song by Cyndi Lauper. And they said, who's Cyndi Lauper? And I said, your parents will know. Just ask your parents. Just ask your parents. A little homage to my childhood. Our next piece is undoubtedly their favorite. Right? Which one? Keep your lamps. Oh. Undoubtedly their favorite. So I hope you enjoy. Okay. Going to talk a little bit so they can catch their breath, so I can catch my breath. I also had a wonderful showing of 7th and 8th graders who went to NISMA this year, so if you performed a NISMA solo up in Kingston, raise your hand. I also had a good number of them make it into All County this year, junior high All County, out of 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. So if that was also you, raise your hand. Right. Yes. Very, very proud of them. We've had a great year. Our 8th graders, I'm going to honor them in a second, but our 7th graders, as they just heard 6th grade perform for one of the first times this year as a whole group, they now know what's coming up with them for concert choir next year. So please enjoy another homage to my childhood. You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan.
Don't stop your crying, dear boy.
Thank you so much. At this time, I would like all of my 8th grade altos to step forward. If you're an 8th grader, you're an alto. And all my 8th grade baritones to step forward. Further, John, move my music stand up. And all my 8th grade sopranos to join us. And please give a round of applause for the TTMS 8th grade class of 2023. Now, as has become tradition, every June concert, I introduce to 6th grade a song called If You Believe in Music that will travel with them for every June concert until they graduate in 12th grade. So I would like to ask 6th grade to join us. Just find a spot in your voice part quickly and quietly. And I would also like to welcome up all of you high schoolers I see in the crowd. There you are. Hi, come on down. And anyone else who is a Middletown Choir alumni who knows this song, please feel free to join us. Thank you so much. Eighth graders, you started chorus with me on a screen. I met you through a screen, and you held out for 3 years, and I am going to miss you very much. You better come back like all of them did. So, transition. This is the end of part 1 of the concert. If you are in 6th grade or 7th and 8th and not involved in band or orchestra, grab your things, find your families, you may go. If you're in band or orchestra, carefully, go find Mrs. Mita and Mrs. Ellison. The rest of you, thank you.
Mrs. Amanda Mita. It is my privilege to work with them this year. That last piece was called Little Symphony. In the midst of learning all of this music that you'll see prepared for you tonight, many of them participated in what we call our NISMA Solo Festival. They went up to Kingston and performed for a professional musician. They received an adjudication score. It's quite frankly, a terrifying and exciting experience, both at the same time. Your children probably had their own stress about it, but they deserve recognition for their hard work. So if you participated in NISMA, please stand up for a round of applause. Okay, we're gonna change things up. We're gonna go back to the Baroque era and play bits of Brandenburg. Before we play our final piece, I need to recognize a couple of people. On stage, we have 3 musicians who were selected to perform in the Junior High All-County Orchestra. They had to prepare an audition, and they were selected among their peers in Orange County to represent Middletown through a pretty strict audition process. And they did that. They performed in that ensemble back at the beginning of May. So if you performed in All-County Orchestra, please stand up for a round of applause. And before I finish out this piece, because I don't want to forget, there is somebody here tonight who is back on his own accord. He is a Twin Towers alumni. I have been waiting my whole life, I feel like, for Mr. Eisentraut to slowly become cheering squad. He is, I've known him, I don't like to admit how long I've known him. He is a music ed major at Ithaca, and I just keep making him come back and helping us out. But tonight, so much is possible because he's here, so thank you. And you have fans prepared more than I do. So our final piece, Conquistador. Just bear with me while I invite the 8th grade orchestra onto the stage. Thank you for being patient during that transition. This is our 8th grade orchestra, and that was Night Racers. Yes, you can clap for them again. They're amazing. The 8th grade concert is always super bittersweet for me because I have known them since 6th grade, and we started 6th grade, well, they started with Miss Mars, but they were, we may not want to remember this, but they started middle school orchestra through a screen. And they're still here. And that's amazing to me. Yes. When they were 8, none of you signed them up to join orchestra through a screen and play at your dining room table. And then you did it. So you all deserve a round of applause too. Orchestra came to your living room. And here they are tonight, and they're just amazing. Absolutely amazing. We also had several students in 8th grade orchestra participate in NISMA, and I think it gets incrementally harder because the music gets harder and they still have to go play for a judge, and it's terrifying and exciting. So if you played a solo at the NISMA Festival in Kingston, please stand up. This last piece should not, or this next piece, it's not our last, should not need an introduction. The artist who originally performed it is incredibly famous. I promise I will not be doing the dance, but if you feel compelled, you're welcome to.
We're showing online.
Before we play our final piece, which was voted on, it's their favorite, Battle of the Bows. We did have 2 students in this orchestra who were selected to participate in the junior high all-county orchestra. So I want to make sure we recognize them. They went through the same audition process. It's super, super hard to do, and they were chosen to represent Middletown in the junior high all-county orchestra. So if you were one of those students, please stand up. And for the final time, I am going to dismiss my 8th grade orchestra from the Twin Towers stage. and send them to sit with the 7th graders on that side of the stage. I've been trying really hard not to cry, and invite the 7th grade band on stage. Just bear with us really quickly. We have a couple quick set changes to do.
We love you, Miss Vita.
We love you.
Good evening again. My name is Ms. Hellickson. I've been working with the 7th grade band this year. I also had the pleasure of working with them last year when they were 6th graders with me. I just wanted to take a brief moment to acknowledge while percussion is switching gears here. We had a lot of students perform in our NYSSMA Festival, which you heard us talk about with orchestra just a little bit ago. And it's a really challenging experience, but also a great opportunity for a lot of our students to learn a piece specific for their instrument and then perform it and get feedback. So I just want to take a moment. If you went to Kingston and did NYSSMA this year for band, please go ahead and stand up. I wanted to take a quick moment as well to just briefly talk about the next piece that we'll be performing. This next piece was, it's called Spring. We just played Destiny Fanfare. And this next piece, Spring, was actually written in March 14th of 2021. So it was written during the world shut down, COVID, etc. And the purpose of this piece was to represent the light after the darkness that we all experienced a few years ago. And I stumbled upon this piece. It's called Spring. I thought at our spring concert it was quite fitting. You'll see some really cool sound effects being performed by the students, especially at the end. You'll see this kid snapping to represent the sounds of rain. So I hope you enjoy this piece, Spring. Before we begin our third and final band piece for the 7th grade band, I wanted to take this quick moment to talk about a single student that I have in 7th grade who had the honor this year of getting accepted into the junior high all-county band, which is a very high privilege and hard work was a lot put into it. And this student also got into the elementary all-county band last year, so this is 2 years in a row of getting into all-county. And this student is Bella Francis on the drum. Thank you so much. That first piece was titled Fanfare for the 16th Empire, and while a very repetitive piece, it's quite challenging for a lot of these winds to do some of the notes and rhythms, so they did a great job with that. Our next piece, South Shore Soliloquy, I think this band has a love-hate relationship a little bit with this piece because it is not easy, and I have had them work on this piece so much, but I'm sure that they would admit that it's grown on them a little bit. And I mostly picked this piece to prepare them for their high school, which I'm super sad that they're gonna be leaving me and going on to 9th grade, but such is life. So I just wanted to take a quick moment to let you know that while this piece is slow and quiet, it is actually probably the hardest piece that these students will perform for you tonight. Thanks so much. All right, before we begin our last piece with the 8th grade and the last time these 8th grade students will perform on this Twin Towers stage, I just want to take a quick moment to acknowledge once again the students who performed in NYSSMA for 8th grade this year. This is extra impressive because these kids don't have theory class, so they really had to put a lot of the time in to prepare for this on their own. So if you went to the NYSSMA Festival at Kingston for 8th grade band, could you please stand? All right, I think this last piece you will gather is their favorite. This is called Skygazer Fanfare. We have been working on it for a while, so they probably could sing this in their sleeps. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much again for coming and enjoying our marathon of music. I just want to take a quick moment to ask if you could just give us some time to get all of the kids' instruments put away. I did want to take a quick moment as well to thank Ms. Cedeno. Kayla Cedeno has been here helping with our band program. She unfortunately had to leave a little bit early tonight because she wasn't feeling well, but I could not have put this on without her. So I did want to acknowledge her for all of her help. And of course, Mr. Kevin Hippolyte, who I think continues to get taller every time I see him. I don't know how that happens, but Mr. Hippolyte has joined us. He is a music ed student up in Potsdam. I worked with him on the saxophone, all saxophone things, and I'm just so happy to have him here tonight helping. So thank you so much again for coming out. Please again, just give us a brief moment to get these guys packed up, and dismissal will take place from here. So the kids will come back. Thank you again.